Hello, I'm Manmeet Sen now from Political Science. I'll start with the chapter Cold War and Non-Alignment Movement. Now, in this chapter, first we need to complete about that is Cuban Missile Crisis. Okay. Now, just look at this map. Now, it is a map of North America, and here it is South America. Now, this portion it is USA. Okay. Now USA had invested lot of capital in Cuba. Okay, they set up different industries. Okay, but there at that time the ruler was Batista. But suddenly Batista was means his power was captured by Fidel Castro in Cuba. Okay, and the moment he came into power, Fidel Castro, what he did, he nationalized each and everything in Cuba. Now America was little bit tensed. Why? Because Cuba means they feel that means Cuba will turn into a communist country, and yeah, definitely now it is a communist country also. Now it will become a base for Russia. Okay, now Russia at that time, United States of Soviet Russia at that time, a communist country. Now it will become a base for Russia, and they can easily capture USA from there. Now what happened? USA stopped providing all aid to Cuba. Clear? Now, at that moment, what? Cuba sought help from USSR. Now, a very tense type situations arise. Now, USSR sent missile, okay, through ships, and at that very moment, means anyhow, it was stopped by the US force. Clear? Now, that is called Cuban Missile Crisis. Clear? So that's the thing. Now again I'm repeating. In 1959, Fidel Castro took the power in Cuba from Colonel Batista. Now just after he came to power in Cuba, he nationalized American companies. Now third point it is that US stopped all aid to Cuba. Now Castro at that moment took help from USSR, and USA viewed this thing that it will become a base for communist Russia. That means Cuba will become a base for communist Russia. In 1962, USA blocked missile from going to Cuba. Okay, and seventh point is that later the situations means little bit it was mutual by both USSR and USA. That means USSR and Cuban agreed to take away missile, and on the other side means US also promised that they will not attack Cuba. Now, other side, USA also removed Jupiter missile from Turkey. Now, that's the thing about Cuban Missile Crisis. Clear? So, it is clear to all of you. Next topic. So, a little bit we have to know that what are the effects of Cuban Missile Crisis. Now, in 1963, a direct hotline, that means a direct contact was started between USSR and US. Okay, and third one is that this Cuban Missile Crisis also proved a diplomatic from both the side, from USS and USSR. Okay, because USA also removed their missiles from Turkey, and Russia also stopped providing missiles to Cuba. That's the thing, means a diplomatic end. Okay, next one. Now, what are the points to be remembered? First one, the Cuban Missile Crisis took place in 1962. Then we have to know the leaders. That is, leader is Nikita Khrushchev in USSR at that time, and the leader of USA was John F. Kennedy. Now, Cuban leader was at that time Fidel Castro. Okay. Now, that event took place for 13 days. Next one. What you need to know is about emergence of two power blocks. Now, two power blocks means generally two power blocks developed at that time. One is USA, that is they followed capitalist economy, and another one is USSR. Now they followed socialist economy. Okay. Now they tries to create as much colony as they can through their ideologies. Clear? Now let's see. Now this portion is a supporter of America. Okay, this blue portion. Clear? And this red portion is the supporter of USSR. That means they followed socialist economy. Okay, and this yellow, these are the supporter of NAM. That means they neither towards Russia or not towards USA. So that means They just want to take the benefit from both these superpower. They followed this strategy at that time. Okay, so just little bit we need to know about supporter of USSR were known as Warsaw Pact. Now these are the areas, they are the mostly the Eastern Europe. Now all these things, they are the supporter of Eastern Alliance, and supporter of USA are known as NATO, and they are also known as Western Alliance. Now that's the emergence of two power blocks you need to know. Okay. Now the next topics, what is there? It is what is Cold War. Simple. That Cold War means it is just termed as Cold War because there was no direct confrontations. Okay, between Russia and America. There was no direct confrontations between Russia and America, but what they did means they tries to involve their allies into war and they support indirectly. Okay, just because for ideology means USSR want to create as much socialist countries, whereas America tries to create as much capitalist countries. They want to follow liberalism, whereas they tries to USSR tries to provide more and more state oriented economy. Okay, so that's the thing. Cold War means just an ideological war. USA followed capitalism, whereas USSR supporter of socialist economy. Okay, and Cold War means another thing we need to know that they were not directly involved in war. Okay, they provides aids, okay, to their allies country, and those allies countries were involved in war. Now let's look at the arenas of Cold War. Means the conflict areas where superpowers, that means USA and USSR, were not were directly involved but not directly engaged in war. That means they supported. Now little bit we need to know about Berlin blockade. You all know that in Berlin, the capital of Germany, means a wall was created, and that divided East Germany and West Germany. East Germany was communist at that time and West Germany was capitalist. Similarly, Vietnam War, already you have studied in class 10, that is about Indochina War. That's you have know it. Now Cuban Missile Crisis I had discussed, and Korean War also. North Korea communist, South Korea, they started getting support from America. Now these are the things, little bit example you need to know. Okay, now these are the areas, means other places are also there, but little bit we need to know about this thing. Next, last thing, it is challenge to bipolarity. Now bipolarity means, bipolar world means two power blocks. That means the world was at that time was ruled by two power blocks, that is USA and USSR. It is continued till 1990. Okay, now just after 1990s the world become unipolar. That means now it is only America, that is United States of America is there, that is existing. Okay, means Russia, now no more we call United States of Soviet Russia. Okay, clear, because totally there was disintegrations of United States of Soviet Russia in the year 1990. Now just look how NAM was formed at that time. Now what's their functions? Now what is NAM? A bloc arose at that time, which founded by Egypt, India, Indonesia and Yugoslavia. Now these factions rejected to associated with either with capitalist USA or socialist USSR. Clear? Now they will follow just the middle part. It doesn't mean that they will remain neutral. Okay, they try to balance the world at that time. Now, what is the role of NAM at that time? Now, the NAM at that time, they demanded for new international economic order. Now, what is new international economic orders? It was meant, that means the revisions of the international economic system in favor of the third world countries. Now, what do you mean by third world countries? Third world countries are those countries which are neither supporter of America or USSR at that time. Okay, now actually those countries, that means those who are supporter of NAM, they demanded that the Bretton Woods system should be replaced. Now Bretton Woods systems generally involve the first world countries. That means the supporter of capitalist countries. Means whatever the decisions at that time were taken through Bretton Woods system to overcome the economic shutdown after Second World War, generally in favor of the first world country. So they tries to just replace that system through new international economic orders. Now that's the demand was made by NAM at that time, very important. Now the last one, it is at India and Cold War. Means what's the role? Definitely, we already had discussed that India is one of the founder country of NAM. Now that's the thing, and India did not join any of the alliance, but it doesn't mean that it remains neutral. So India actively intervened in world affairs to soften Cold War rivalries. Okay, so what is the role during India during the Cold War? That means India founded NAM. Through NAM, what happened? They demanded about the new international economic order, and other thing is that means it tries to balance at that time. Okay, so this is the thing that we are covering the chapters. Now in the next class I will give you the question and answer.